glad you're joining us today to talk about our stitching and other stuff. Today is Sunday, November 21st, I think. Yep, I always have to check because I don't think about it ahead. November 21st. Thanksgiving is coming. I do like Thanksgiving.
I like Thanksgiving. I just can't believe it's next week.
I know. Yeah, crazy.
I went to the grocery store the other day. I haven't really been to a store for a long time. I just usually do grocery pickup. And so usually by now I've bought a lot of staples that I use for things at Christmas time too, like crackers. And I start buying that stuff up in October if the pull date isn't going to be too close to Christmas, and just have it. So I'm not having to put a bunch of money out on food right before Christmas. Well, I haven't done that this year. I've already done October. Yeah. And then so we went to the store and I'm like, oh yeah, I usually buy this and I usually buy this. And then I had groceries for Thanksgiving and then groceries for the days that weren't Thanksgiving. And it came to a lot of money. And it took me a long time to sort through those groceries when I got home. I had bags of stuff for Christmas, bags of stuff for Thanksgiving, and I had to clean out the fridge because my produce stores were like so bad. And stuff was like oozing in them.
Yeah. I did that not long ago. There was a few oozy things in the bottom.
The worst part of that is the produce bags that get stuck in the oozy stuff, and you pull them out, and then they're like, it was so bad.
You just take your drawer out and do the.
My drawers are really hard to get out.
Oh, okay. Mine are.
I'm not a fan of my fridge. This was definitely a pandemic fridge. This is not a fridge I would have bought if there had been other options. But they're really, and like I can't open the top drawer and the bottom drawer at the same time. It literally locks it, so you can only have one drawer open.
Interesting.
It's a dumb fridge. But it works. Knock on wood, it works. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
Gods of refrigerators. Like I'm really happy.
Keeping things cold, so that's important.
My coworker had to get a new fridge during last week. Her fridge totally went out. Oh. And they found one, but finding one wasn't really the problem. It was finding a delivery time and so it was going to be weeks. And she's like, no. So her husband and her husband's brother went to pick it up. And so we get a team message. I'm logging off. This is like 1 o'clock. The guys are here with the refrigerator. They're having a hard time getting it in. I'll be back on later. Did not hear from her again until like 7 o'clock at night. And this was what she said. This just killed me. I just have to share this because I thought, what a funny sense of humor. She said, oh no, sorry, there's so many. Okay, here it is. She goes, well, she says, it's been a poop storm today, complete chaos. It's safe to say that it would have been better to let the food spoil and wait for the professionals to come install and hook it up, etc., rather than having non-pros do it. Yikes. And so then I said, what happened? She goes, well, it wouldn't fit through any of the doors. So after several hours, they decided to take the fridge doors off. Now the doors aren't leveled and they won't level, and nor will they. And doors, walls, and floors are scraped and scratched. Trim is off some parts of the floor. She just had her kitchen done about 3 years ago. And some of the hardwood looks like we were holding someone hostage and someone was trying to claw their way out. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. No. Very particular too. Like her kitchen remodel took forever because the contractor was trying to cut corners and she caught him on it. And she's like, no, that's not what, so.
Oh my gosh.
She says, oh, my husband will be able to fix it. It's fine. Yeah. But that's the joy of appliances. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah. So my refrigerator's a little cleaner. I made room for everything. Yeah. I'm gonna make out my schedule I took Wednesday off, so I'll do a lot of the prep. That's the nice thing about Thanksgiving is so much of the prep work can be done the day before. The actual day up until right before, right? Like if you do I'm gonna do my potatoes in the crock pot the day up, so they'll be just mashed in there. Yams I'm gonna cook the day before. Stuffing, the celery and onion I'm gonna chop up the day before.
What stuffing mix do you use? I keep meaning to ask you because
Franz, F-R-A-N-Z.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I got the right one. Big one I always see here is Mrs. like Culbertson or something like that, and
I win.
It's an okay one, but I'll have to look. I kind of like the one you make better. I think
the family favorite. Anyway, so a lot of that stuff I can just do. I don't have to do desserts because the girls are making pies.
That's nice.
deviled eggs. I think Austin's going to bring. Kelly's going to do her version of noodles. So it's actually the day of isn't too bad. It's just right before dinner when you're getting everything in the oven to get everything heated up. And
yeah, make sure it's all ready at the same time.
Yeah, but once you pop your turkey, you're pretty much done. You just let it cook.
Especially if you've done the other stuff ahead. I know I should make my mashed potatoes ahead. Somebody's bringing sweet potatoes. So Jesse's family is coming. His siblings are all coming. And so we had somebody bringing sweet potatoes. Somebody's bringing Brussels sprouts, which I asked for because they made delicious Brussels sprout, bacony, roasted, yummy stuff.
Oh.
And somebody's bringing rolls and green salad. So I kind of just have the turkey and the stuffing and the mashed potatoes. And I'll probably make some homemade cranberry sauce.
Cassidy's making homemade cranberry sauce.
Yum. I can't think what else is on my list, but I don't have to buy too much, but I do still need to pick up some stuff. And I might do some hors d'oeuvres because some of them are coming on the later side of the day because of work and stuff. Sorry. I don't know why I'm like.
Is your turkey in the fridge thawing?
It is. Yep. It is thawing in the fridge. I thought about trying to brine it this year. I saw a magazine ad in a Martha Stewart Living for like the Kikkoman, the soy sauce, about a brine you can make, which is it just has a little bit of that in it and it's salt and other stuff. I thought that would be kind of fun to try sometime. I'm not a huge fan of turkey. Like I just don't care for it. I just don't like it that much. But I wonder if I brined it, if I might like it a little bit more, if it might give it some like additional flavor. And then you just cook it like regular.
The turkey turning out too dry?
No, I mean, it doesn't really seem dry. Just doesn't always have, I don't know. Yeah, it's just generally, and just like turkey in general, it doesn't even matter who makes it or what.
I only like the white meat.
And I don't really care for the white meat. I'd rather have the dark meat.
But like I stuff onions and parsley and everything inside of it, and butter, lots of butter.
I usually put a little stuffing in there because we like it that way, even though you're not supposed to do that. I do a pan of it too.
Yeah. Okay, we got girls?
Yeah, we have girls. So if you're new watching us, my daughters also joined. This is my mom and I are doing this. Yep. I feel like I do a terrible job.
We're on different sides of Washington State. So we're Northwest Stitchers, but we live far apart. So we have to do Zoom.
And then I have two daughters today, two girls. So I told Rose she could go first. Okay. And she's very excited because she has 3 things to show. She's been working on 3 different things this week. Slide over.
Wow, Rosie, that's a lot for you.
What? Just come right here, babe. I scooted over for you. Here, I'll be your table. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be your table. I'll be the shower. What's the scent of the spray you put on?
I can't remember.
Oh, it's really good. It smells nice.
They have body cologne now?
They each have one from something.
No, we all share.
Oh, you all share them. Yeah.
I am working on the frosted pumpkin stitchery. It is pen pals.
Pen pals. Okay. Our little girl in pink. Yes.
I just keep sniffing you. I'm not used to you having a scent. I think that's maybe part of it. They don't usually wear any kind of scent.
Yeah. It's a new world.
So now when she walks by, I'm like,
all I need is, I want to smell you.
Okay.
I can smell again.
You're coming far.
So I did this week. I can't remember.
Well, definitely the green.
That's yeah, I did this.
All that green.
I did this.
Yeah. I don't remember any of the green being done.
Yeah. I don't even remember the tulips being down there even.
Oh wait.
You might have done the whole
flowers. I did I only had this part,
just the one little pink.
So I did all these 2 and the green of the pink.
Good job, Rosie.
All those little flowers.
Oh, you're going to be done before you know it.
Adorable.
Wait.
It's turning out cute.
It is really cute. What else do you have to show? Is it another cross stitch? I can remember off the top of my head what the other project you're working on is.
It's a surprise.
Is it? Okay.
Well, surprise us.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, it's Tiny Modernist, isn't it? Yes, your little hedgehoggy.
Okay.
I did all this yellow.
Oh, look at you go. And there's the top of your mushroom.
A little dandelion.
Tool. Good
This is
job.
what you were doing? The little dandelion?
Yeah.
Cute.
Really cute.
And
kit, did it come with everything or just a leaflet?
just the leaflet.
Okay.
We had to buy the other stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, the fabric we probably just used from something like Aunt Nancy or somebody sent us.
Yeah.
You just had it.
I had it. Yeah, somebody gave it to us.
All right, and I also.
Oh, I see you got your mirror hung up again.
Yeah, Jesse figured out a wire repair. To hang it again.
What?
This was his chore zone. This was part of his chore zone yesterday, which was perfect. I was like, I really wanted that hung again before we had guests. I'm in our guest room right now. So if you ever come visit us, this is where I'd put you. The mirror had fallen down and he hung it. Okay.
Oh.
What are you working on?
A hat for me.
There's that hat.
Oh, you knitted. Oh, yeah.
Lean along. I should probably check it for any more mistakes. So I fixed one little mistake.
This thick.
That long. That long.
Okay. And you're doing it in the round. Good job.
Yeah. That's a new skill, huh?
Cool.
Hey, Millie.
Good job, Rosie. You had a productive week this week.
Everybody's in their pajamas except me still today. We did it because we didn't go to church because Jesse's not feeling good. So, and
he has not been at our house. So whatever he's got did not come from me. Typhoid.
Hopefully it's just a cold, you know, because the girls had colds last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever. It seems a little long after for him to be getting that, but
he's also with kids at work.
I told him he has to get tested. So hopefully it comes out negative.
I'm working on the Swan Princess.
Swan Princess. Okay.
Princess.
I thought you'd have this done by now, Missy.
I know. She could if she worked on it a lot more.
You're close though. Oh, you came up the side now.
You're like 3/4 of the way through all that back stitching. You could have it done next week.
I know.
Just like this much right here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Why aren't you just finishing it? Oh, put it away though. Put it away.
That's the thing about back stitching. When I get started, I just want to get it all done.
Me too.
Like, I just go.
Or I get really tired of it.
Yeah, well, I haven't had any pieces that have had a ton lately.
So every week we like to feature anything that somebody has sent us in our email that they're working on or that's already finished or fully finished. So this week we have a really special one. This is from Kendra. And Kendra, well, it's not actually from, the email was from Kendra, but the stitching is actually a kit that we sent to her daughter who won it last fall. I mean, like a year ago, I think.
Wow, yeah.
Let me find the email in I have it open on my computer, but I need to find it in my email on my phone. Let's see. So the email from Kendra said that her daughter, who's 7 years old, just stitched this and finished it. So I'll insert a picture right here.
Another project.
Oh, so Kendra's email says that last fall you sent me and my daughter Leah a little Busilla, is it Busilla? Is that how you say it? Kit as a giveaway, and she has now completed it. She is 7 years old and enjoys lots of different crafts, but with the cross stitch would work on it a lot for a day or two and then put it away for several months before wanting to work on it again. It's been sitting around almost completed since the summer and finally has its final stitches in. She wrote a little journal entry that she also gave me permission to include, which I also put the photo in right with the other one.
So cute.
So cute. So good job, Leah. We're so happy that you were able to stitch that. Liddy wants to come on and say, she's been wanting to say something since we got that email.
Good job.
Anything more?
She inspire you to finish one of yours?
Yeah, I was gonna say I I think she needs to give you words of encouragement.
I know. You got some cute ones too. You need to get going.
I know.
Just a little bit every day or every other day.
Hi.
Good job. Good job, Leah.
Nice job. Thank you for sending in those pictures.
Yes.
So if you have any, I think I have another week's worth of somebody who sent one in for next week, and then we'll be like caught up. So if you have anything more, I just do them in the order that we get them. So
even if you have a Flosstube, I just need to clarify that. Even if you have your own Flosstube, we would love to see you and promote you. So, and
that's the fun thing too, is to send people each other's way. We like.
I was gonna say, I was watching.
Oh, and Kendra does have a Flosstube.
She does.
And she talks about her yarn and her hand. It's Kendra Makes, and I'll link it in the show notes below. She's a knitter and a cross stitcher, and I think a spinner. I was watching Anastasia Ming now. She got married, but she was talking about the whole YouTube algorithm, and she said, you know, she's so funny, she's so cute, but she was talking about the importance of liking videos and comment. Well, I don't know if necessarily commenting, but liking them. And commenting too, I think, shows that that people are interacting with you. Because even though we're not trying to get to 5 million subscribers, it is nice to know if your Flosstube is being seen, then it does move up in the algorithm. Right. More people will see it. Which, you know, we would like to share our stuff with other people and see what other people are doing. So it's not so much that we're trying to get more and more subscribers, but it is nice if you like it. And even, I guess, if you ring the little bell thing that you get notifications. I don't always do that. I forget. But even if you just like it, even if you give it a thumbs down, apparently it registers in the algorithm. But we got one of those last week. I think it might have been our first thumbs down, maybe ever. And I thought, well, bye-bye. This is the vaccine stuff that we were talking about, or what? I don't know. Maybe it was an accident. But you know what? I had to say, I watched us last night. I was up late. I was the only one up. I know. And I was watching it, and I thought, oh my gosh, I was a hot mess. I thought I was feeling a lot better. You were delirious. I really wasn't feeling a lot better. I mean, I was feeling better, but I still had a couple more rough days of lots of fatigue, and I was still super nasally. I mean, I might be still today a little bit, but it was. Yeah, I was not, by the time we ended, I wasn't feeling good. I was really warm. I wasn't running a fever, but that's one of the weird things about this bug, is that sometimes you feel like you're running a fever, but you take your temp and you're not. And then it passed after a couple, another hour. I was fine. I didn't feel warm anymore. So so sorry if you struggled through that video. I'm still going to say, get your vaccine, because I just don't like to see 8-month-old babies get COVID. Yeah, it was a rough week for you guys. We've had a really rough week. Junie had another visit to the ER, to the urgent care during the week, because she stopped taking her bottles. She just is one of those babies that's just difficult to console when she's not happy. And so sick babies in general are hard. Sick, unconsolable babies, real hard. Her sleeping was really, like the day she took her to urgent care, she'd slept all of an hour that day by afternoon. I mean, she just wouldn't sleep. So we were worried she had ear infection. Doctor looked at her and said, there's nothing wrong with her. I mean, there's nothing, other than she just has COVID and feels like she's still irritable, but I'm thinking some of it is she just kind of wants to be held sometimes. And she's on the floor and she's fussing and she wants to be held. So she slept all night last night. And she's taken her bottles better, but she's a preemie. And even though she didn't have a lot of respiratory issues, or she does have some GI, she has a really sensitive GI tract. And I think COVID and the Motrin that we were having to give her to make her comfortable have kind of set her system off. Yeah. And so when that's off, she's a little miserable. So I think, she's not getting any more pain reliever, and so things I'm hoping will turn around, but she's definitely better, and mommy is better. Mommy today just got her first fleeting tastes of food since Monday. Yeah. And so it's really hard to eat when you can't taste anything. Yeah. So that's coming back. And we also were wondering if Junie didn't lose her sense of taste also, and that was why she was rejecting the bottle. When she would sit at the table, when you gave her solid foods, she wasn't fussy. A couple times she was, but she didn't have any expectations, because every time she eats, it's something different. But when you give a baby a bottle, they know what it's supposed to taste like.
So we were kind of wondering if her taste was off too. So anyway, guys, it's rough. Thank you for all the lovely thoughts and prayers and well wishes. And I think we're through it. It also didn't help that Daddy was out of town, or Daddy wasn't here because he was trying to stay well to go out of town again. And they're actually either came home or she went to get him at the airport. So that's good. We'll all be together now through the holiday. So it's been a rough. I have to say, I have not felt good since the week before Halloween. That's how long this whole thing has lasted, between the cold that I had and COVID. And so I think I'm finally better. I didn't have that fatigue so much yesterday either.
That's good.
Yeah. But anyway.
Not too noisy. Well, do you have any finishes this week?
Well, no.
Nope. You've had a ton the last few weeks, or at least fully finishes.
I had all those pillows. Yeah, no, I haven't. No, I've just been plugging along on stuff.
I have a finish.
I didn't pull a fully finished. I don't really have a lot of fully finished.
I didn't pull any previous finishes out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have.
That's what I meant.
For the fall.
I think all my previous finishes I've either shown or they're old and I haven't shown them.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more to really show. But pretty soon we're going to be decorating for Christmas. I don't really have a ton of Christmas stitching either. But
I don't either, because I don't stitch Christmas.
Ha ha ha. I do have a finish from this week though. I finished my art piece and got it in the mail.
Oh, yay for you.
So I'll insert pictures of it right here. I do really like it. On a different note, here, I'll just show this picture too. I want to make this for my centerpiece for Thanksgiving, but with different flower colors.
Is it like just twigs and stuff that are all kind of?
I think it's just like weathered. This is not stitching related. Sorry, y'all. I just saw this in a Martha Stewart magazine. No, it was on a website. I was kind of looking through. I think it's probably too much.
Yeah, you just need twigs and fall picks.
Yeah, and I could probably just kind of wind even some like wire, like some floral wire around the wood to kind of keep it together.
Yeah, or hot glue some pieces.
It's just
together.
So pretty. Yeah,
you get some of those berry picks and have little berries and stuff.
And maybe instead of the like red flowers, I could do kind of orangey.
Yeah. Are these Martha Stewart's that my mom gave you?
No, I get Martha Stewart Living.
Oh.
But this wasn't from a Martha Stewart. It was actually from a website. I can't remember what website it was. It was like a collection of centerpieces that somebody had found on the internet.
Okay, so if you go on Pinterest and then type in tablescapes.
Yeah.
I have a board of tablescapes.
Yeah, I should look at your tablescapes because you always have really pretty ones.
I have not been on Pinterest in so long though, but I remember loving looking at some of these tables.
I do love to look at tablescapes. I'm not that great. I just
do a good job.
Yeah, I feel like I don't usually buy a lot. I just end up making stuff with what I have around the house. Here I might pick up a few things. You all right in there?
I should look and get some ideas for this Thursday. I don't really have a good plan for this Thursday.
Yours always come together. Okay, what have you stitched? Yeah.
Wait, Millie already did. See, I am having some COVID stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, what did I stitch? I stitched a little bit. I knit. First of all, I knit. A couple nights I did not stitch at all. I think Sunday night I didn't stitch. Monday night I don't think I stitched. I was just tired and we were just watching movies. So I did stitch on Juniper's sweater. This is the Tin Can Flax Light. I got the arms separated. So that's where the little armhole is. It says to knit 5.5 inches from the top, but I'm going to go much longer because it's going to fit her a long time because babies don't grow here. They grow more length. And I'm going to make the sleeves a little bit longer because they can cuff, they're the cuffs. So that's where we're at. There's the little sleeves.
I like that yarn.
It's so pretty. So I'm gonna plug along up this. It's got a little ribbing at the bottom that I haven't done. I haven't measured, but it definitely needs to be longer than this.
Yeah.
But I worked on that a couple nights, just kind of, it was soothing. Like I've said before, when things feel not right, knitting is soothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when there's people at my house, I have a hard time stitching because I'm kind of on the couch in this one area with my light. Ugh. So anyway, well, what did I stitch on? I stitched on my magazine monthly focal piece, which was the Thankful Heart.
Oh yeah.
This cross stitch magazine. So I basically have done this tree, this tree, this tree, and I'm working on this tree.
Yep.
So I just have this to do. And they don't look that great. I think it's the back stitching and the berries and everything around it that really make this piece, because this looks like a bunch of just blobs of color.
You've gotten a lot done though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an easy stitch. The back stitching will be a little, if you look at all this is back stitched.
Oh, that'll probably go pretty fast.
But the back stitching is what's going to make it. This is an example of how you need back stitching.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not sure I'm going to do the birds. They're 1/1.
Oh, really? Are you almost on linen?
Yeah, they almost like they're fractional to me. I need to look at it again, but I don't know. I might not do the birds. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see how I'm feeling.
Well, I don't need them if you just want the tree. That's fine.
I probably worked on this earlier in the week. And then I worked on Dreaming Girl just a little bit, but she was part of my magazine monthly.
Yeah.
H for home, for houses, because there's houses, but I haven't done the houses yet. But I'm almost done with the bottom part of her hair. So I'm stitching.
Yay.
Over here. Yeah. Sorry, this is just an awkward piece of fabric it's really floppy. Here we go. So where's her face? So I just have a little bit to do here of her hair, this gray hair, and then I'm done with the hair.
You're getting there.
This felt like it was going to be a lot more work than it is when you look at the pattern.
Well, because after you've done all that other gray, it just feels like, oh no, I have half of it to do still, but it's really less than half of what.
Right. So I'll have to fill in here. These are the leaves. I need to fill in the fishes. And then there's some houses down here.
Yeah.
And some snowflakes. The houses I'm going to do in these beautiful blues that I saw somebody else do, but they also did these flowers in blue. So I'm half tempted to take these pink flowers out and carry the blue from because this is all winter here. So
just on that lower half though, not the flowers on the other side?
Just the lower half, because it's like winter down here. It's fall and then kind of winter, whereas this is spring, right? And this is summer. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that just so that the blue isn't just in the houses, that carries the blue over a little bit more. But yeah, she's within reason of being finished pretty soon.
Yeah, she's coming along.
She's one of those pieces that when I forget to work on it, and then when I do, I kind of get in the zone and I have a hard time putting her down.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then the magazine monthly group had a pop-up challenge this weekend.
What? How'd I miss that?
You didn't see it?
No, I'm scattered right now. I feel like
it was called Oh My Gourd.
Oh, so I did. Yeah.
5 hours or 500 stitches to work on something with a pumpkin or a gourd in it. So I pulled out my Emily calls salt and pepper stitching thankful.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And I did, wow. I did that motif. I think I filled that one in. I did this big pumpkin, and I did a few of these little X's. So I just have a bit more to do here and a little bit. There's a lot of back stitching. These are vines. She and I message back and forth she messages me on Instagram all the time. She replies to my stuff all the time. I should tell her that we feature her work all the time on our Flosstube because you're always stitching. She does. She did watch us one time because I told her I was going to. She said she really liked us. So maybe she does. Speaking of her
designs are so cute.
Yeah, she did post. I think she lives down in Utah area. Yeah, kind of sad. her next door neighbor's daughter.
Oh, I saw
ran
that.
away. Yeah. And last I heard, they still hadn't found them. They think they're runaways. It's her daughter, and it's a friend of her daughter's, middle school age, and with a boy. And it was a boy that the family didn't want her to have a relationship with. So anyway, so I did work about 5 hours. I did work 5 hours. I probably worked 6 hours on this piece.
Really cute.
Yeah, I like it. I like a couple of her little Christmas snow mini guys too. She just has cute patterns. Anyway,
yeah.
So that got a lot. This got Friday and Saturday. Friday a little bit. Yesterday a lot. And then the last thing I worked on, I mean, really, this is pathetic. The knitting really took up time a couple nights. I worked on Joyful World, and I really only just did this. So I just have the words November.
Yeah.
And a couple.
Isn't there something on the left side or no? Oh, it is. It's just not showing up because it's a light green. You have stitched it, I think. Yeah.
Where did you go? Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, it just wasn't showing up very well. So I only could see the dark. Yes, I see it now. Oh man, cute. You'll definitely have that done by the end of that.
These though right here are dark blue. But the branches are black. I is dark and the pattern isn't really printed very well. And I did these all black. Then I went to do these. I'm like, oh, that was blue, and I'm not ripping those out. So I just did the blue over them.
Well, that works.
They pop a little bit more.
Yeah, makes them just a little bit darker.
Yeah. Welcome to Lazy Woman's version of cross stitching.
This is what you do if you don't want a frog. Just cover over it. You've been watching the Great British Baking Show, and you know how sometimes they'll like, like we were watching an episode where they had to do pavlovas, like that meringue. Yes. And one of them just like sank and cracked, and they're like, we're just going to cover it up. We're just going to, and I was like, you are talking about the experts here. You are not going to be able to trick them. And somebody else burned their like caramel or something. And they're like, we'll just add a little vanilla. It'll hide the burn. And I was like, you can't fake it with Paul Hollywood and fruit. Like,
and you can't fake burnt either. Once it's burnt, baby, it's burnt.
You can cross stitch over your cross stitch, but you can't add vanilla and think you're going to taste good.
I've been watching a couple different shows, holiday baking holiday baking show and holiday wars, and same kind of thing. They've got these judges panel, and you know, some of them are home bakers, you know, like it's all the same thing that like they did Yule logs, and they have to roll them really tight, and their cakes were cracking. They're like, oh, we'll just put frosting over it. And like, we'll
just cover it. You are always going to get found out.
I think they watch some of the footage before they come out to judge.
Probably. I bet they probably are just back there watching the live, like a live stream of it. So they know what to say.
They probably are. Yeah, no, that would be too much pressure for $5,000.
I know.
What did you stitch?
Well, so this week, I'll just show my knitting really quick. I don't want yours. I want you to make me my cocoa. I want you to make me cocoa. Or go away. I've got this dang hood. Almost done.
Sarah loves her Etsy shop. Can you tell? Dang hood.
Don't order anything, people. I don't want to deal with your
order.
I just am basically not even making any money on it, so it's silly that I'm even doing it. I need to probably up my prices. So anyway, here's the fox hood I've been working on. I need to make, it's just the ears. I just don't want to make the dang ears. That's all. This part's not hard or bad, but the ears are so fiddly. So I'm going to add little fox ears here and here. Add a
actually makes it. If you don't have the ears, it's just like an orange hood. Ugh.
I know. I have to do the ears if they want.
If you're going to make those without the animal parts, you need to get some really pretty colored. You have to get some really pretty yarn, because otherwise it looks like you're just wearing a carrot on your head.
So I'm basically done. I think I can do the ears tonight and probably get this set out tomorrow. So that's my boring knitting. But I worked on my focal piece for my magazine monthly challenge, which is the Toile Sampler. I'm still plugging away. I've been working down here.
Ooh, Christmas without you.
I know. I do love this piece so much. I think I'm going to make it into a pillow.
Christmas. Yeah, it'll be beautiful.
Pom-pom trim around the edge, blue pom-pom trim. And then it can sit on my couch or something at Christmas time, or like my coffee
No,
table.
I'd sit it up on your entertainment center. It'll get dirty.
Yeah, somewhere else. So this is where I'm at. I'm still working on that snow. It's kind of like tedious because getting those like drifts to come out in the right spot. I know I made a mistake somewhere in here, but I don't know how for the life of me it's still coming out right. You know what I mean? Like it's a mistake that doesn't seem to be affecting anything else.
Huh, well, that's the best kind of mistake.
So hopefully later I don't find out how it's ruined the whole piece.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, you know what that is? I think it's when I turn my monitor on and off, my second monitor.
Oh, that's what that sound is. We were trying to figure it out earlier. I don't think we were recording yet when that sound went. So I worked, I think my goal was 3 hours on that this month, and I'm probably at, let's see, I've probably done about 2 hours and 15 minutes. And then my other goal is to try really hard to get the back of this Biscornu done. So here's my Flanders field.
Yes.
I've been working steadily on that all week. And I've crossed over the halfway point. And now I have.
Oh gosh, you're so close.
I know. So I have the leaves to do on this one. And then all of the top right or left, whatever corner that is.
Oh yeah.
And the border. Close. And then I'll stitch it together and it'll be all done.
See, I wish mine wasn't so summery. I'd be more tempted to work on it. I think, I think Candy stated in one of her latest videos that she realized, or she's a seasonal stitcher. And I don't think I used to think I was, but I kind of am. Like, I'm kind of not like really drawn to any of my summer spring pieces right now. But I kind of like that too. I love to knit in the fall and winter. Because, you know, in the summer, I used to, but I
know. I mean, I do work some year round on different ones, but yeah, I do tend to like be more excited to work on ones that match the season I'm in.
Right.
The sweater's caught. Yeah. One of my other goals was to work on this and get 20 trees done. I think
those are totally the same greens in my piece.
I know. Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 3015, 3016, 501, 500, 501, 502, 503,
504, 505.
504.
Which I've always loved those greens. I loved them back in the 80s too.
I know. They're such a pretty kind of tealish, bluish green. So I got 4 trees done this week.
Oh, that's good.
A total of 4 because I hadn't really worked on it this month. So I'm just plugging away up in here now. I went kind of down here and then I decided to go back up and sort of go down again. I did make a miscount somewhere down here. So I'm making sure to count all of my trees off of, at the correct count up there now.
Wow. That is so pretty.
I know. Oopsies. I'm dropping all the floss. I'm about out of a couple of the colors. So.
Oh, I bet.
Need to get, I think like 501, 502, and 503. I need to get another skein of those this week or next week. I still have enough to probably work the rest of the month on it, but I think I'll need them. And then the last thing I worked on, sorry, I want to make sure I didn't drop any more, is that I pulled out something of yours that you gave me.
Something of mine?
You passed on this Mary one.
Oh,
a bowl full of Marys.
Yes.
I finished the Santa and a little of this leaf. And so this week I worked, I think my goal was to do 3 hours on it. And I've done probably a half hour so far. So I gotta get stitching on this. So cute. Let me get that floss out of the way so you can see Santa's
cute.
Santa's head. There we go.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Cute little Santa. I love his beard.
I know. I think, and the color in that pink is cute too. So I did all of this and a good part of this leaf.
Yeah. Great. You did both those leaves?
Some of the bottom one was stitched.
Okay.
Already, but not all of it. So I can't remember. Maybe like a third of it was already stitched.
Okay.
And that's everything I worked on this week. And that other, then the one that the tree that I stitched, I finished that up.
Yeah.
I had to do almost, if not all the poem, I had to do almost all the poem, maybe
Yeah,
last
you
week.
hadn't done much. We're still working on some of the branches.
Yeah.
And you hadn't done the branches on the side pieces.
And I ended up extending a few of the branches above longer than they were when I showed it here last week, because I had all these really long ones on the side, but I needed to add a few longer ones. And then I did the whole poem. So that took up a good amount of stitching a couple of the nights.
Yeah.
And then after that, so that's where I am.
Okay.
I don't have any haul. Well, I have the one little haul that's at your house.
Oh yeah. So Sarah and so Claire from Stitch Lit was doing a D-stash. Where did I put it all? And so Sarah chose this, and actually I'm going to open it, Sarah, because it's going to flare.
Oh, that's fine.
So Claire just sent everything over to my house. So I have to get Lydia's birthday presents in the mail and the Advent calendar. So I'll pop this in there for you too.
Perfect.
It goes along with her piece that she's been working on.
My little quarry, guys. So this is like a companion piece, basically, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Christmas without mistletoe. So mine is
That's
it's not
so
Christmas
cute.
without Christmas tree.
And that's a big old mistletoe wreath she's got.
I know. You know what? I was thinking I wouldn't do the words on mine, but now I'm thinking if I do them both, I would want the words on. I'll just add. I think mine just is missing an article. I think mine says it's not Christmas without Christmas tree. It just needs a letter A in there.
Yeah, which you could totally do.
And then so it is really cute. It's a lot of stitching. Doesn't it look like nothing? But
it's a lot.
It just looks like, oh, that'll be such a cute. It's probably less than the one I'm doing now, though, because it doesn't have that gigantic house.
Yeah,
that tree would be a good amount of stitching, but not like a solid block.
You have a lot of confetti snow here.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there is a lot of confetti snow in there.
Oh, but it's so cute. You got to do it.
Yeah.
That's what Sarah got. And she had a grab bag of linen pieces. So I did that because I love to have scraps. Can't get it back in. And then this is a terrible picture, but if you know Told in a Garden, you might have seen Voice of the Shepherd.
Yeah.
Which is, there we go, it's showing up pretty good.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, little people looking at the barn or the house with the little sheep around them. I don't know, it's just so classic. Someday I'm going to stitch some of these that I have. I've got that Enchanted ABC, I think it's called, with a little angel, plumpy little girl with the ABCs kind of going. It's a big piece. And then I had won a JBW Designs Green Gables, but it's very tiny. You can't really see.
Cute. Oh, yeah.
And then I bought from her this little small, which I kind of want to have a winter dough bowl. If I don't have a Christmas one, I'll have a winter one. So I wanted to know many things. And then she decided she didn't want to stitch this anymore. So I thought, I'll take it off her hands. And I didn't realize how much she had stitched on it already. Claire, you're so close.
Why didn't you just finish that, girl? And stick it up on the wall.
To do here. It's like
so pretty.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I don't have to stitch that house.
Huh?
And you don't have to stitch the house.
I know. Thank you, Claire, for stitching that house for me.
I feel like you might need to just like finish it and send it back to her framed or something.
It is really pretty. Yeah. I'd be curious to know why you didn't want to finish it. I mean, I just always am curious when somebody doesn't want to finish something, why they chose not to.
There's always like reasons, like, oh, I just don't care for it, or I don't decorate that way, or
this
not my style. Traumatic memories for me.
Anyway, so I got, and this is on Ada, so it would stitch up pretty fast. She sent me the floss and everything with it.
Cool.
And it was it's a Janlin kit. There you go. If you're interested in it, it's called Joy in the Journey.
That's really cute.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Claire, for popping that in the mail. Everything in there. And the only other thing I got was I had pre-ordered it because sometimes this magazine takes a while to get to me because I think there were production issues on the fall issue. Was this one.
And it's cute with that Santa and the reindeer.
I know. And there are some cute things, but this is the one that I really love. I think I'm going to try to do it. Well, first of all, Blue Acorn has been doing a series in each month of these seasonal hearts. So there's one for each season. And the winter one is in here. Where is it? I should have bookmarked it. Barbara Anna has this funny little reindeer.
That's so Barbara Anna.
I know. Oh gosh, guys, I really wanted to show this. Where are you? Well, I like this one. This is called Miss Millie Snow. And it is by Teresa's Primitive Treasures. I might do this in January if I can make it work for my magazine monthly. It's a little snow girl.
Oh.
And her little sheep and the little
Millie Snow. Oh, and it's
Millie.
Millie.
Isn't that cute?
It's cute.
That one really grabbed me, but where is the other heart? Somebody in the magazine monthly group is actually doing the fall one for her. Stitching with the Housewives has a pattern in here again. And I mean, a lot of the same ones. Lindy Stitches does. But hers lately have featured cats, and I'm not really a big fan of stitching cats. I haven't really been. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a
Biscornu. That I think I was going to try to do in January.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? And that is by Deb's Winter Biscornu by Poutini and Teachy.com. Maybe it's Puti Auntie G. I don't know. I can't pronounce. But anyway, it's gorgeous. I think she had one in the fall issue too.
Okay.
I feel like there was a Biscornu in there.
Wow.
Where are you, Blue Acorn? Where are you? Maybe she didn't have a winter. Maybe she started with winter last year and I'm just making this up. Maybe she started with a winter one in 2020. Oh, here it is. And this series is called Seasons of the Heart.
Oh, did you do?
I haven't done them yet, but I have each one. So it's got the fox, or a bird up there. Come on.
A quail. Yeah, a little quail.
Yeah. Quail. Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty. I like
They've all been gorgeous.
That's really pretty.
So those two for sure I would stitch in here. There's some other cute ones too. So I'm a really big fan. I'm going to ask for this magazine for Christmas next year, so I don't have to panic buy it every time it comes out. So that's really all my haul. I did go to Joann's and get a couple of missing flosses for those like the Barbara Anna SAL that I started. Because she has you starting in the lower right corner, which I never do. You want to center it so that you're kind of like Dreaming Girl, where you're 2 inches below the center. There's like one really good spot to start counting from. And I didn't have the color that I needed. I thought, well, I'll go down to the next color. I didn't have that color. It was the 2 colors I didn't have were the ones I needed to start. So I got those. And then I was missing a couple of colors for that Stitch Along that we talked about with Jan Hicks, the Advent one that some of us are doing starting. I think some people are starting December 1st. Some might be starting that day after Thanksgiving. I'm not sure.
Is that on her Facebook page if people want to join in?
Yes. And
I can try and find it and link it down below. If not, just go to Jan Hicks' Facebook page and you can find it.
Jan Hicks Creates.
Jan Hicks Creates.
Beautiful cross stitch, I think is what it is. But this is the really bad colored copy, but it's a big piece. It's a start. We're calling it a start along. Nobody's going to finish it, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, that's right.
So it's a one motif for every day, and they're pretty involved with motifs. Some people are just doing or picking a few to do ornaments, and I'm like, no, because then I'd have to finish them.
Yeah.
So I've got that. I've got the fabric.
I don't think I'm gonna stitch ornaments this year for anybody, any of the girls or anything.
Yeah,
Last year I have, but I don't think I'm up for it this year. I don't want to have the stress of stuff. I just want to enjoy my cross stitching this year, I think. I mean, I enjoy making ornaments too, but I just don't want to have the pressure.
Yeah.
I do like making them ornaments, but
you can take a year off.
I'm gonna just take a year off and just buy them ornaments this year.
I handmade ornaments. They weren't necessarily cross-stitched every year.
Yeah.
Every time, but every couple of years I made you guys all some kind of an ornament.
Maybe sew them something or make another kind of ornament. I'll think about it. But I don't want to cross stitch them this year.
Yeah.
I just don't have it in me this year. I just don't have it in me.
Because it's like somebody said, oh, like 4 more Fridays till Christmas. I'm like, shut up.
No, I'm not ready. We're gonna get our Christmas tree next weekend. We're gonna go up to the mountains and cut it down.
You're not going to go to your little tree farm?
No, well, we haven't been going to the one up the road from us because they're kind of expensive.
Are you sure you want to go to the woods again? Because I feel like the last time you guys went to the woods, it was not a happy experience.
That was fine. You mean to the woods or to get our tree in the woods?
When you went to the woods to get your tree, you were not you got a weird tree.
I wasn't thrilled with the tree we ended up with, but everybody else loved it. So I can lay down my dreams for a year and we can have the thing and have what we have. It's fine.
Is that the tree you had last year? It is, isn't it?
No, last year we went to a Christmas tree farm out a little further away, not the one right up the road from us, because their trees, I think they're just kind of overpriced. And we did get a tree there 1 or 2 years and it kind of died fast. And last year's tree lasted pretty well, except for we forgot to water it. So that was our fault. But it was kind of a fun, cute, bushy tree, which was fine. I'm letting go of like the perfect Christmas tree wishes. And I think someday, honestly, we'll probably have a fake tree someday. And so
I saw a meme.
I can like hold out. No, I really like having real trees, but I feel like
someday
nobody's going to want the hassle of that.
I held out for so long, but I was the one on the ground trying to water them every year.
Mm-hmm.
But I was the one vacuuming up all the needles.
I'm the one watering it and vacuuming when I remember.
And I have to say, getting that fake tree, man, I'm so happy.
Well, the nice thing is you can get it up early. It looks nice year round. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to having it.
And we left ours up all through January with the ornaments off. We just left it in the corner with the lights on it. It was cozy. It was wintry. I like that. I like my twinkle lights in the winter. And
and I know that like my kids are only home for a certain amount of years. If this is the experience that they want, my drive to have a perfectly beautiful tree is not that big a deal. Like I'm not so attached to this dream that I'm going to cry about it anymore. A few years ago, it would have been a bigger deal to me. And now I feel like life has just been.
Have a little more input as to which tree you guys have.
Yeah, I think I will say we might need to go up a little higher. So we need to make sure we take the Suburban with the really good snow tires so we can get up high enough to get a really good one.
Yeah. I saw this meme. It was a box, you know, how you get your Christmas trees in a cardboard box and you try to shove them back in there. And it says, you can tell how old a Christmas tree is by how many rows of duct tape there are. And there's duct tape all around.
You can count the rings of duct tape.
Your dad died laughing when I showed that to him.
So true. Why don't you guys just get like a bungee around it?
Yeah, ours still fits in. He makes it fit.
Oh, he makes it.
I do. I mean, I have to say, it's not the end of the world to have a fig tree. And they are getting so expensive. There's some nice things on it. We were paying upwards to get even a 6-foot tree because we have vaulted ceilings. So 6 foot is hardly anything. Well, in the corner, it's not vaulted, but we were paying upwards of over $80.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for like a 5 to 6 foot tree here, it's like $65. And I'm just like, I can't. I'd rather spend that money on gifts now, honestly. I know. Like things that are more like special to me that are going to mean something.
Yeah, other parts of Christmas.
We can go cut a tree down for like $5 for the permit and the cost of gas and have the fun experience of playing in the snow and get some cocoa on the way home and everybody's good. So I think we're going to do that. And I think Jesse's siblings might still be here. So we were going to send out and see if they want to come with us. If they don't, they can just hang out here. But I think everybody will have fun jumping around in the woods. And
I'll be decorating here next weekend too, because I always do it the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I think Cass and Andrew and baby Junie are leaving in the morning. I think he's got to work, and this is how technology works, guys. He's done all remote work, and so he's got a mobile hotspot on his phone, so he can just work in the truck while she drives home. So he can just do stuff on the computer, and it's crazy to me that we can do that kind of stuff. So anyway, I think it'll be pretty quiet here on Friday. Good morning. And it's this time.
It's time. It's the holidays. It's just crazy to me. We did not have anybody enter our giveaway for this little kit So maybe I'll just stitch this. Maybe I need a new start this week.
Maybe.
I've been kind of holding off from trying to find anything new, partly just because like all my attention is on like the holidays right now. So like the thought of picking and getting fabric and
it's all ready to go.
But this one's already kitted up. I mean, I might just start this since nobody else really wanted it. I'll keep it and start it. Yeah. But we have a new little giveaway this week. You hadn't been to the store. Oh, what? Do you need?
Oh, I'm just behind. I just wanted to let them know. I'm so sorry. Susan Dubé, I still have not sent out this. It's just, I just haven't had it in me.
Well, you've been sick.
I know.
I don't think anybody expects
Karen Baliani. I don't know if you've given me her address.
Oh, I think I sent it to you this week, but
okay. I haven't been in my personal email all week. I haven't had time. So anyway, this is coming. These are the only two I have out there. So
okay.
It's kind of nice to have a break.
I sent off Creeping It Round to Sheila. So that should come in the next few days, I think. I don't know how long shipping, like, I don't know how long an envelope takes to get to Hawaii. It might already be there.
It might.
Probably not though, just yet. I finally found where I stuck Things of Autumn, which was just kind of a like pass the stash kind of thing to go to Sharon. And I have yet to identify where I stuck Things of Winter. That's supposed to go to Teresa. So I apologize. Our house is looking really tidy and clean because I do think our like little chore system where we each take a zone in the house allows me to kind of deep clean and tidy a different spot every week. And now I've been through each one, I think, but I can't remember where I put those. I've looked everywhere. I've looked in all my, like, I have like 3 places where I would have put it. And I
didn't fly over here and hide my COVID couch, did it?
Well, yeah, I don't think so. So Things of Autumn did show up today in a random, like honestly, like today I looked at the little desk in our schoolroom. It's just a desk. It has a computer on it and there's nothing else on it. Like we've tidied it and there's like nothing on it. And sitting on it out of nowhere is the baggie that I have, the Ziploc baggie that I have Things of Autumn and all the flosses in. Just, it wasn't there yesterday. I hadn't found it and put it there. Did somebody take it and return it? I don't know. So I'm holding out.
Does Millie have a little secret stitch going on downstairs? You don't know.
I'm holding out hope that somebody will put Things of Winter back tomorrow. So I should be able to get Things of Autumn at least off in the next day. And of course I was like trying to find it as I'm trying to run out the door to go to the post office before they shut down, like closed for the day. And I was like, okay, I'm just taking Creeping It Round. And I had that other, the art thing I needed to send off my 3. So anyway.
Hey, how are your flies?
Finally, much better. The last week, it's been cold enough here that I think they're all going dormant or dying, hopefully dying.
Hopefully dying.
Much better. We put away the fly tape. Finally, middle of November, for Pete's sake.
Well, it's taken a long time to get cold. Like we had our first frost. Really, our first frost like last week, and it wasn't like a really deep.
We still haven't had a really hard frost, I don't think. Like I should probably go dig up the carrots out of the garden that I keep forgetting. Okay.
Yeah.
This week's little giveaway is just something I also had tucked away to give around this time of year. So this is from which magazine is this from? The World of Cross Stitching. It's one of their little freebie packets, and I think it's really cute. I just have so many things that I just don't need to add another thing to stitch. Apparently I'm stitching a star this week. But this is a whole kit and it comes with everything. So you can stitch it as a star, but it also, the Ada is, I mean, as a card. Sorry. I'm at the point where I'm starting to get tired. You can stitch them all on one piece though. This Ada is one long, narrow piece. So you could just do a whole little pillow or something with these.
But it comes with the cards and the envelopes and everything.
It does. It comes with the floss, the cards, the envelopes, the fabric.
I think it'd be really cute to do 3 in a row and then make that into a little pillow because it wouldn't be very big because those are not very big.
Yeah, I know. I think that would be really cute. Yeah, it comes with the Ada, the needle, the thread, the 3 cards, and the envelope. And you could just take the cards and use them for something else. So, what?
Or you could stitch the cards.
Or if you like the cards and you want to stitch them and give them away, what a sweet gift would that be with Christmas gifts? You know, they make really cute ornaments too. And there's 3 of them. Maybe I should, if nobody wants this, I guess I might be stitching.
No,
Oh, please take it off my hands. Don't let me succumb to the pressure of feeling like I have to make handmade things.
Don't need to make handmade things this year. It's okay.
So use the word holly, because there's holly in, I think, each one. Yeah, there is. Holly in each of these little ones. See holly on the cupcake.
Holly Christmas.
Holly, I think, and holly. So use the word holly if you're interested in this sweet kit.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it mailed out. I'm not going to, like, unless I get COVID or something, then I guess you'll have to be patient with me, but I'll get it sent out. So maybe you can even stitch it before Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I started a new book.
Oh, I was going to do book talk today. What did you start?
I finished The Widow of Frick Island, and I did like it. It has a very sweet ending. Sometimes I find myself recently, and I never used to do this with books. I used to just read them. Sometimes books I've read recently, sometimes the main protagonist really irritates me.
Yeah, it's hard to read a book about someone you don't like. Or wouldn't
well, but he grew on me, but he was just kind of like a doof.
Oh. It's a goofball kind of.
Just tell her the truth. It would just solve a lot of problems if you just told her the truth. But
I kind of hate that when movies and stuff do that too. It kind of feels sometimes a little bit contrived. Like,
yes,
you could make this all better by just one little decision.
Yes. But I did finish it, and I did like the ending. So this book is called, now I don't know, this author must be very well known. I think he has a blog, and he's a columnist, and he also has books, and his name is Sean Dietrich. Oh, he's got a lot of books.
Okay.
And I think he's Southern. So it's called The Absolute Worst Christmas of All Time. And it's stories that will make your heart grow 3 sizes. So he wrote it, I believe, I'm on my phone, so I can't see what the copyright is here. He wrote it in 2020, so it was for last Christmas, right? But I thought, oh, because I found it on my Kindle. I thought, why did I buy this? So then I looked it up, and so I just want to read this because I think it's very apropos for the last 2 years we've had. He said, when we tried to come up with names for this Christmas book, and it's short stories basically. I think it's stories from his column and from his blog. We had a hard time because this season, COVID-19 is a household word, and it's putting a real damper on things. This is telling too, because this was a year ago. There have been about 240,000 deaths from coronavirus as of this writing. And we know that it's like double that now. I think, don't we have like 500,000 or something like that? Anyway, from coronavirus as of this writing, and it definitely isn't feeling like the most wonderful time of the year, if you catch my drift. In fact, nothing about this time of year feels right at all. We thought about using a funny title like Christmas with a Surgical Mask or Rudolph the Quarantined Reindeer, but those were way too glib. We considered calling it The Grinch Actually Succeeded This Year, but we wouldn't want to infringe on copyrights, and we couldn't find an illustrator. A few other title options, Christmas Totally Sucks, which felt a little gloomy, and There's No Place Like Home for the Holidays and Every Other Friggin' Day of the Calendar Year. My cousin Ed Lee even suggested Deck the Halls with Disinfectant, but none of these felt right. In the end, we decided to go with the honesty angle and named the book after how a lot of people are feeling, the absolute worst Christmas of all time. But the truth is, this isn't the worst Christmas, not really. Even though while I am writing this, the entire world has been upended by a pandemic, even though major cities are still repairing the damage from mass riots, even though many parents are at their wits' end trying to figure out how to teach their children at home and get work done, even though people are trying to flay each other alive in the wake of a heated election year, even though professional sports uses cardboard cutouts and fake crowd noise, this is still not the worst Christmas of all time. Oh, we're close, all right. Make no mistake about it. Depression is skyrocketing like never before. The U.S. Census Bureau reports that 1/3 of Americans are clinically depressed, and suicide rates are higher than they've been since World War II, and it gets worse. One out of 4 Americans can't pay their bills. 12.6 million are unemployed from an economic shutdown, and more people are contracting the virus every day. So yeah, this is absolutely a crud-covered Christmas, but the worst, not a chance. You want to talk nasty? How about those men who had to celebrate Christmas on the battlefields on the World War I Western Front in 1914? Now that was a real doozy. On the days surrounding that wartime Christmas, troops declared a ceasefire. German, French, and British soldiers wandered out of enemy trenches to exchange cigarettes, souvenirs, and even held religious services together. Their voices could be heard rising above the fallen bodies of their friends who lay strewn on the muddy battlefield. They sang the same song, but in their own languages. Silent night, holy night. And when it was all over, many of these men would go on to kill each other. That was a bad Christmas. So was the Christmas of 1916, when 500 million people died of Spanish flu, 675,000 in the US alone. And don't forget the Great Depression. That was no cakewalk either. My granddaddy's family nearly starved to death. So did many others, which led right into World War II, when 16-year-old boys were lying about their age so they could don military uniforms and earn enough cash to send back home to mama. That was a real downer of a Christmas too. And I'm only naming a few because the truth is there is no way to determine the worst Christmas of all time. And why would anyone even want to? So I decided that instead of rolling in the dirt, I would share the following essays that were taken from my column and blog, which have been going for 7 years now. I can hardly believe it. Hopefully these stories will give you a good feeling during this crummy year and maybe even a brief escape from the headlines of our troubled world. And if this does happen to be your absolute worst Christmas of all time, I hope these stories make you feel just a little better than you were feeling before you picked up this book. Maybe what I'm really trying to say here is Merry Christmas. So anyway, I haven't started the actual book, but the first story is just called Thanksgiving. So I thought I kind of like that kind of read at Christmas time. I've had a couple of Advent ones that I've read in the past. I started another one that was called like Mistletoe Kiss, and it was just kind of a goofy rom-com, and I'm sure it was just fine, but it wasn't really what I wanted. I wanted something not too heavy, but real. And I thought, well, maybe I'm going to give this book a try.
Nice.
So I will keep you posted, but if you're interested in something like that, I would encourage you to check it out.
Yeah. I'll put the link if I can find it, which I should be able to, on our GoodReads, which I always link down below. So if you want to follow the link to our GoodReads site, or you can just Google it yourself and find.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I also thought I had another one that I downloaded that I was going to try that was kind of Christmassy too, if I didn't like this one. I can't remember what it is now, but anyway, yeah, and sometimes when I finish a book, I need something like this to kind of palate cleanse before I dig. I've got several books on here that are like World War II set, and it's too heavy to start reading right now. I just need something a little more uplifting. So anyway, I was pleased with myself. You bought it.
No, I didn't. This is still the library copy, but look, I'm more than
How many times can you renew that book?
I think up to like 3. So that gives me, or no, well, probably more than that now, because I actually handed it in and rechecked it back out because nobody else had requested it because it was overdue, so I couldn't recheck. Or no, I could. I can't remember why I did it that way. Anyways,
so it starts over again.
I'll still request it like 3 or 4 more times, as long as nobody has a hold on it. The other thing I was going to show, I haven't really cooked anything out of this, but Cassidy recommended this gal who does similar to, so I pay for a service where they email me everything for a once a week, like meal plan, but this is a whole book of it. So I grabbed this from the library too, and I was going to look through it. So if you're looking for something that you can just buy or put on your Christmas list, the recipes look good. I mean, it's like, here's a example. Let me go back. So like this, you get the baked chicken, bell peppers, and spaghetti squash are probably the things that you kind of base the meals off of. And then it has the whole ingredients list for the whole week. And then it has like your prep dish plan, or prep day plan, a bonus dinner. And then the dinners sound pretty good, like sweet and sour chicken chow mein, chicken souvlaki bowls. Look at how yummy that looks. Rice and tomatoes, cucumbers, roasted peppers, chicken tetrazzini. And they have her food photography makes a big difference to me when I look at it.
Does it have nutritional information?
Let me tell you.
I'm just shocked at how many cookbooks are out there that do not have nutritional information. She might not be a big enough person.
Yeah, she does.
I like to know how many calories are in a serving.
Yeah, she does not have that. These are not like.
Yeah.
They are gluten-free though.
Oh, really? They look great.
Yeah, I mean, and so I've been using, sometimes I use the gluten-free and sometimes I use a paleo plan. We're all like, just instead of cauliflower rice, I'm going to use regular rice because we don't like cauliflower rice. But I found a way to kind of make it work where it's pretty healthy, but.
Oh yeah. I mean, that stuff within moderation is fine. It's when you eat 5 cups of rice that maybe is a problem.
Right. So the service that I do, if you go with her like premium subscription, which I think I did, you can get the nutritional information. She posts it all, but like she has a lower tier of subscription where you don't. Oh, that's called prepdish.com. So if you're looking for something that will email you a whole meal plan, the options are like gluten-free, paleo, super fast. There's like a super fast one where you don't have as much prep.
Mm-hmm.
And it usually takes me about 2 hours to prep all the dinners for the week.
And you switch back and forth between which plan you want?
Yeah. You don't have to choose one. So you can kind of look and see, oh, well, this week I kind of like the super fast one. And then I just take the grocery list with me. Mm-hmm. The super fast one comes with 5 dinners, but it doesn't have a breakfast, a salad, or a dessert. But the other ones have 4 dinners and a breakfast, a salad, and a dessert, which is kind of perfect for me because we do pizza one night. We've started doing nachos on Sunday night. So that leaves me just Saturday night to kind of fill in another meal option. And that's easy.
We got that cookbook now.
I know. I thought, well, I might try some of those too, because that would be yummy. Mm-hmm. And they look really good as well.
Yeah.
So anyways, there's that book option. I've looked through it a little bit. I'm not technically reading it because it's just a cookbook, but I thought I would show it because that's kind of fun. But I am really focusing on reading 11/22/63, and everyone who's recommended it, thank you, because I am really enjoying it. I wish I had a day where I could just sit and read all day, like just to plow through as far as I could kind of through there, because I'm reading it so slow, but I am enjoying it.
I forgot I had another haul item.
Oh, what is it? You look sheepish. What is it? Oh, what is
it? I got a new potato masher because I want to show you what I've been using for 10 years.
I was going to say, I think it's probably about that.
This used to have a big red handle that stuck way up, and now it's just a little. So you can imagine.
I remember the handle, but it was a really long time ago that thing had a handle.
You guys, how pathetic is this that I would try to hold on to this stick?
Burning yourself. Butter and milk splashing everywhere. Congratulations on your new smooth potato masher.
I think I might actually have good mashed potatoes this year.
What are you going to do with that other one?
I'm going to throw it away if you want it.
No. I wanted to make sure you weren't going to stick it back in the drawer just in case you needed it.
No. If this breaks, I'm using my mixer. This is not ever making an appearance at a meal again.
Oh my gosh.
And I bought it like, it was like an older, like, for a while ago, many years ago.
Like when I was like born.
Red handled and green handled older utensils were really popular. And I remember thinking, oh, I got a red handled utensil. And it wasn't like I bought it new. I don't know where I bought it. I don't know anything about it, except for I have a dim memory of there being a red handle on here at one time.
Hang on. You think you bought it used and you still haven't replaced it for like 10 years? I mean, I seriously can't remember the last time that had a handle on it.
Cassidy saw this and she goes, oh, I like this. It's got a really nice big, it's nice. It's heavy duty.
Brand makes such nice.
They do. And I actually had to go to like 2 stores to find one, but I went to Target finally and I'm looking at all the utensils and I'm like, where is the potato masher?
Everybody's suddenly rushing out to
because they had these at home. And there was this one and then there was another one, a different brand. And this one didn't have a price on it. I picked it up. I thought, I like this one. I like this shape. This is so pathetic that we're talking about this. And then there was another one that was like $8. I thought, okay, well, I'll just get this one. It can't be much more. Well, this was like double that.
I was going to say that one's probably at least 15.
It was like $16.99 or something like that. But it's
that'll probably be your masher for life, though. Honestly, I don't think
you're little guy. You're going away. You are not my masher for life.
Much to the relief of everyone who's ever helped you mash potatoes at your house.
I can't. I don't know. It's one of those things you just don't think about.
Yeah.
You need it until you bring it out of the drawer. You're like, oh yeah, I keep needing to replace this thing. I don't make it
once a year.
I don't make them very often, so that's in my defense.
I make them a lot more now. Since I was able to figure out how to do them in the Instant Pot, and Mel's Kitchen Cafe has a pretty good, like Yukon Gold mashed potato recipe, but you can use regular potatoes. And I use this fall I've made them a bunch, partly because somebody keeps giving us free potatoes, the potato farm nearby. So. Okay, that's easy.
Mashed potatoes.
Anyway. Well, my potato masher is like this. It's a plastic. It's a heavy plastic. It might be that OXO or OXO brand. I don't know how you even say it. But it's like a heavy duty plastic. But the top of all those utensils I got at my wedding are not that smooth black. Is that like smooth?
Yeah.
Mine all have like a rubbery kind of a finish. Like they were like, not silicone, but, and that is all those utensils I had like that are all bleeding the black. Like if you use it, you get black all over your hands. You won't on that. That's not the same. I'm sure they've changed it. So I really should replace mine to have like a handle that doesn't leave like black on my hands. But the masher itself, that one's going to be a good one. Maybe I'll put a potato masher on my Christmas list.
I was going to put it on there, and I thought, I'm not waiting until Christmas to get a potato masher. I won't need it again until next Thanksgiving.
And then you'll forget that you even needed it until we could.
And I'd have to pull this out of the drawer again.
Goodbye, dear potato masher.
It's been a long run, but you gotta go.
Who knows how many potatoes it mashed before you found it.
I remember just loving it because it had that red handle though. I was so pleased with myself.
Look how blue my face now is because the sun is kind of going down, but it's so foggy that everything outside is just the shade of blue.
I thought you guys were going to have freezing fog.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even been outside today, so I don't know if it's been freezing or just fog, but
yeah, we had sun.
Anyway, well,
yeah, I plans. We didn't talk about our plans.
Oh.
My plans are to keep working on Joyful World.
Yep.
My Handy Dandy Magazine Monthly, I think I need to just work on Merry and Minty. Not Merry and Minty, Merry and Bright.
Merry and Bright.
That's the last one.
Merry and Minty.
Merry and Bright. I gotta find which way I wrote on my paper here. Yeah, that's it.
No, I thought that Pier 1 went out of business. Did they not go out of business? I get emails from them all the time. They must have an online store or something. I get emails every few days from Pier 1.
I don't get anything from them anymore, and I used to get them all the
like
time.
sale items and stuff. I just asked because I just got a notice on my computer that I'm filming on that I got, and I kept meaning to find out if Pier 1 imports went out of business. Well,
they don't have any stores anymore.
No, so maybe they closed all their stores and they're online only or something.
I don't know.
I thought they went totally bankrupt and shut down.
Well, I did too, and like I said, I don't get any of their emails.
Weird. Well,
and I used to get them all the time because I loved buying little things there, but I haven't gotten a Pier 1 email forever.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
I wonder if they're still getting rid of stock. But they went out like a year ago.
Yeah, that was so long ago.
Or 2 years ago, maybe. I had a coworker whose son worked there.
80% off, Pier 1. No, November deals, up to 80% off. They've still got rugs. They've got, so I don't know if these are just major sale because they're still clearing out their warehouses or what.
Maybe.
Weird.
That's weird.
I know. Anyway,
when you Google Pier 1, it comes up online retail company.
So yeah, they closed all their doors and just went to online. Interesting. My plans this week are to keep working on my magazine monthly goals, which is, I don't know, like 45 more minutes on my blue and white sampler. I really wanted to get that close to finishing, but I can really work on that in December and have it ready for January. I have 16 more trees to get done on that stocking. 2.5 hours on that little Christmassy guy. I need to work a lot on gathering eggs, which will be fun. I'm enjoying, I love that one.
Yeah, you love that one. That won't be any.
I really want to finish that Biscornu too. There's not enough days. There's not enough hours in my day to do as much as I want.
No, there's not. And I'm only working Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday will be just busy.
Yeah, we're not doing school this week at all, but I am hoping to finish painting the girls' room maybe, since we're taking the time off.
Yeah.
So that will cut into my life.
Yeah, then the weekend will just be decorating and getting all cozy.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching.
Yep. And again, thank you for all the warm thoughts about our last month. Sticking with us. And be sure to like and subscribe.
Unless you don't like us, then you can dislike us.
If you don't like us, just give us a thumbs down.
That's all right.
If you like us, tell us people about us.
If you hate us, could you let us know why?
No.
Oh, no, wait, no. I don't really want to know that. Do you really want to know that? No, not really.
I don't think my fragile ego could take that.
Yeah, probably not mine right now either.
Yeah. Anyway, but if you're in the States, have a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope it's full of warm food and warm company and love and all the things, right? And then be safe. Yeah, be safe.
Or don't.
I can't.
It's best.
If you don't be mad at me for saying it, but I just feel very strongly about it because now it's hit our family and really icky.
You felt strongly about it before, though. You just didn't say much about it.
I didn't, but then I feel like so many people that are against it feel free to talk about it all the time. So I'm like, why do I have to not talk about it then?
You can talk about it. People just might hate us.
Yeah, if that's your
the reason you hate us, don't let us know. We already know you probably hate us.
That's the only reason I would want to know.
Oh, okay.
I just want people to be well, and not just our family, but everybody. I just want this to come to an end so that we can, do things that we used to do without having to worry about it. And I think part of this is I went through my phone pictures. I've got like 10,000 pictures on my phone because I haven't ever uploaded them from phone to phone to phone. And now my phone storage I'm constantly getting, you're full. Yeah. So I was going through, because I don't want to upload 10,000 pictures to my computer because a lot of them don't need to be uploaded. I just need to sort through them. So I started to I just picked a spot to start.
Well, I have over 13,860
on your
plus
phone?
Some others probably.
Yeah. And don't even get started on the videos.
That probably might include videos for me.
But I just feel like,
with me.
Oh, I'm only at 8,000 now. But I picked a spot. I was kind of going through, I have knitting, I would take a picture of a knitting project, but I'd take like 6 of them to get a good one. And I would never go back and delete them. So those don't need to get, right? But I
like bright red. I thought I would try and see. Yeah, how's that? I'll just hold it. Hold it.
But what I was going to say was there were pictures of us all at Moses Lake.
Doing fun stuff.
It was the summer before the pandemic, and everybody was just so happy. And the girls were going down the water slides, and we were on the lazy river. And I just remember being so happy that day. And, we could just go and not worry about everything that could go wrong, or does everybody have their mask? And I mean, who wants to go to a water park and wear a mask anyway? I'm not even sure if they made you wear masks there. I have no idea, but part of me just longs. I mean, people say, well, it's never going to be the same again. And I'm refusing to believe that. I think it will eventually go back. It just may take longer than
honestly, in a ton of places it has gone back. Just not in the Northwest. We're just in a different kind of place too.
We are. And I know like Andrew.
And maybe it shouldn't be back. Who am I to say? But
like Andrew, my son, Junie's daddy, was in Minnesota this weekend. And he said they were up in northern Minnesota. Nobody was wearing masks. Now, I don't know if that's true down in the Twin Cities area.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, that's just my longing. I just want to be able to, go on a plane again and not worry, or whatever you want to do. The thought of going on a cruise, I wouldn't go on a cruise now if you paid me to do it, but I really wanted to go on one before the pandemic, Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's where some of my angsting about the vaccine comes from, because it just feels like it's been prolonged, and we were all so full of hope last year, and it just, anyway, that's why I want it for everybody's greater good, not just because I'm making some political statement, because I don't want to make it a political thing. I just believe in.
I'm tired of the bickering too. I feel like,
I'm
just tired. It's like, it is wearying to walk through the things that we're walking through.
I have a sister that moved away and she's back up here. I didn't see her, she's, it has affected my extended family. Not my the
political side of things.
Yeah, the political side of it.
The opinions that some people hold very, very strongly.
Yeah. Anyway, so just be safe, whatever you do, and have a wonderful week, and lots of good stitching and lots of good food.
Yeah.
Get your marshmallows on top of your yams.
Whether you get your shot or not. Put marshmallows on your yams.
Marshmallows on your yams.
You want to have controversy? Let's do that one. Marshmallows belong on yams or not.
And you can never have too much butter in your dressing. I'm sorry. My mom and I were always like, put another thing of butter in there. This is not the day. She would always say to me, Kim, this is not the day to skimp on butter. You can skimp on butter tomorrow, but today we need the butter.
It's true. And I would watch her make mashed potatoes. She'd just keep putting it in. I was like, that's so much butter. I didn't realize.
So yummy.
It's so yummy. I'm excited. Yeah. Okay, my light is gone.
Yeah.
Happy stitching. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.